When the Renault Duster was launched back in 2013, I recommended it to everybody because, well, I loved it. And it was a perfect sort of surf mission companion. You know, you could go anywhere, and if you were on a sort of shoestring budget, then this was the car that you could afford because it was still 4x4 for you. It was like the first really affordable 4x4. So now the new Duster has arrived in South Africa. Finally, we've all been waiting very patiently for it. It is an all new car. It has the same engines, the same platform, but it is actually a new car. It of course looks quite similar to its predecessor. But if you look at it from the rear, you'll notice the difference in the tail lamps, which are a little bit Jeep Renegade for me, and I'm not thrilled with them. I don't love them, but you know, that's each to their own. There's a skew. I'm looking at you guys skew. Sorry about that if you've... Maybe we're squiffed. I don't know. What I do love about the new Duster is the interior. They listened to their customers because previously it was just a bit plasticky. What is happening? It is the key that is not a key. Massive card. Okay. The interior was, quite plasticky. It didn't feel very refined. In fact, it felt certainly far from refined. And it was one of the things that I really disliked about the Renault, and it's why I wouldn't have bought one myself. But I'm so thrilled to say that that has changed. There's now soft to touch kind of materials. It feels a little bit more modern, a little bit more up to date, and far more refined, which for me is a big thing if you're going to be driving this every single day. What I love is that the infotainment system has been raised on the dashboard, thank goodness, so you're no longer looking down about to crash, trying to figure out what's going on down there. But the USB port is still above it. It's just sort of like a clunky thing, that, because then your cord hangs down if you've plugged your phone in across the screen. It's unsightly, really. That's what that is. The other problem for me is there's one cup holder up front here. I don't feel like there is enough space because I want to put my phone, the key, and a water bottle, and whatever else, and that sucks. There's a thing back here, but I don't like where that is. The other problem might be that it doesn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. I feel like the millennials might go berserk about that, but you know, whatevs. Oh! Time getting no love and getting nowhere. All I need is somebody. Overall, it is more spacious than the predecessor, thankfully, and it's got one of the biggest boots in the segment. So that's pretty cool. It is at 478 litres. So I think families will be thrilled to hear that. Like I mentioned, same engines. You've got the familiar 1.5 litre turbo diesel. There's also 1.6 litre naturally aspirated engine. I'm in the sort of top of the range 1.5 litre turbo diesel, which is mated to an automatic transmission, which is buzzing around there. Obviously more convenient. Got 80 kilowatts of power and 250 newton meters of torque, which is fine. Especially around town, etc., and even actually cruising, you can overtake quite happily. I think if your car is full with peeps and with baggage, then you're going to have to maneuver quite carefully. Understand if you let me, if you want me, you got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. Oh, you got to show me. The ride is superb, and this sort of soft, floaty suspension then means that there is a little bit of body roll, but don't be a dick and throw this car into corners. That's not what it's for, and you'll be fine. I don't think most people will even notice that. You'd rather a more comfy ride. The steering is perfectly weighted, and the turning circle means that you can do quick, nippy U-turns in illegal places easily without any fuss and a dawdle to get into a parking lot, obs. The 4x4 model is coming next year, but I think you'll be happy. Don't wait. Get this 4x2. It's perfectly capable as well. And I think you'll be quite impressed with that, actually. So the range starts at just under 250,000 Rand for the entry-level model. This top of the range one comes in at just under 335,000 Rand, just under that. I think it's 334,900. So it's such a shame that pricing has gone up so much, because then you're like, well, it's quite expensive, it's got a lot of money. And it is, but for what you're getting, it's not. And in this day and age, cars are just bloody expensive. We just have to live with that. Do you know what? It's still unpretentious. It's rugged enough, but refined enough. It's practical. And, well, I just love it. I love a Duster. Are you looking for devotion?